Okay. I've been practicing Indonesia Regencies. So let's see if I can do all the relevant ones. It's gonna be a little bit slow probably. And I don't know if I'm made for just chatting content, but we'll see. I haven't tried the whole thing. This is like my first attempt at the whole thing while already knowing every relevant one. Because I've been practicing with just the province, well, the island specific ones. Tanjung Pinang. I started rolling them again like a week ago. So I feel like I've been pretty efficient. Like back about a year ago I was like making Sparkle quizzes for this, but then I forgot everything. Need to click this one, right? Yeah. Some of them are still like kind of 50-50, so I need to be a bit careful. It's also easy to like, if you know them, you can go too fast and like misclick or something. This is one I might misclick. This is Bone Bolango, so it should be this. Yes. That one's here. Ooh, this one I need to be careful with because you have Sumbabarat Daya. So I had Belu in a game recently, in a GeoGuessr game. It was pretty funny because it didn't really look like Timur, so nobody else went there. That's like when it really pays off to know them. It's kind of cheaty to use the labels, but that's how I actually need to use them in game. I do like use a lot of place names to remember which one is which. It's better to rely on place names than on shapes though, because if you rely on shapes, like they actually have no way of showing up in game. Murung Raya, oh I need to click yes. That one I got wrong sometimes. Batubara, I think is this. Ulu is like upstream, so you have Ogan Komering, or two rivers. The Ogan goes like this and Komering goes like this or something. Pontianak. This kabupaten was renamed to Mempara, but the quiz isn't updated yet. Pangkal Pinang is here. Kota. That's also something you need to be careful with. Like, if there's a Kota Pasuruan and a Kab Pasuruan, you need to make sure that you actually click the right one. Sekatao. Ooh. I hope it's this. Yeah, okay. Toli Toli. I think Toli Toli is one that Havard had in an ESA run. But it was not a vetted seed, so it was like he was driving for like 15 minutes without finding anything. I mean, I guess if he had known Tolly Tolly, then it would have been possible, but otherwise, no way. But then he reset, like during a speedrun event, and he still did it within the time, so it was actually pretty cool. Jambi. Banjar Camp, not to be confused with Banjar City, which is there. Bangkalan is on the island west, right? Yes. Cirebon. No? Oh, Wonosobo and Bondowoso are my arch nemesis. If I didn't have the reading thing. Oh, well, I always zoom into Bondowoso first, and then I realize, wait, this is the other one. And a 1 hour round in Rokanilir. Plora. Kendari showed up in the Cactus League last week. Purvorejo is near Yogya. Kuan Singh. The one with Taluk in it, yeah. Wait, Banyuasin is Purwokerto. Wait, no! That's Banyumas. Oh, shit. Oh, that's kind of stupid. There's even another, there's Musi Banyuasin is here. Okay. Lubuk Sahang. I hope that's my only mistake. And that's one I actually know, so it doesn't really matter that much. It was just not really thinking about it. Pesisir Barat. Barat means west, and Pesisir Barat, I mean, it is west, but then here is Pesisir Selatan, which means Pesisir south. So it's like, this one is south and this one is west. There. Malang? This one I kept forgetting, but now I know it. There's a little delay when you click, so it can be a bit annoying compared to like Cetera, which is very snappy. But it lets you kind of correct mistakes. Like if you misclick, you can notice and like start dragging instead, and then it won't register your click. So that's nice. This is not actually a kabupaten, but the dataset is a bit chunky. There's like 2 things in it that are not things. This one. Good. Like it doesn't really matter if you don't know it exactly, if you have like a border 50-50, because in game you just scan the entire thing anyway. Like you can't see the borders, so that's fine. Loud means like sea, or loud, I don't know how you pronounce it. That one. I'm gonna get annoyed that I'm gonna have to redo it. Bengkulu. Tanjung Jabung is this one. Ponorogo is also near. Well, to call that near Yogya is maybe a bit of a stretch, but it kinda is. Agam is one that took me a long time to remember. I mean, now that I kind of know them all, I just need to like repeat them every so often to make sure they stick. That's up here. That's next to this lake. Sampang is on this again, right? Yeah. Temangong is actually in the middle, not near the other similar names. Musira was north, is north of Lubuk Linggau. Tulungagung. Yes, that's that one. The others are like Hulu Sengai something. Sumedang. Okay, I need to make sure I click the islands right. Badung. I think that was this, yeah. Depok. Barito South. Yeah, there's our good friend Banyumas. Ah. Let's pretend this is green. Serang. Can I click it from space? I think it's this one. Yeah, I didn't dare. I don't want to mess up on something that I know, right? Bukit I found there were a lot of like city like things like Tanjung Balai, like that's kind of, I think it's technically still a kabupaten and not a kota, but it was just weird to have so many things that I just didn't know. It's quite surprising for me when I hear about a big city that has street view coverage but that I have never heard of. But Indonesia used to be very rare in like what's it called? Diverse world. It's more in ACW. Bogor is the most populated. Nunukan. I had a really long round in Nunukan because I like found the islands. I didn't know about the kabupaten, so I found the islands and I was like scanning the island and I was scanning a little bit here, but it goes all the way, and I ended up being like here. So yes. See, that's the Hulu Sungai ones. Mahakam Ulu is Borneo label. Kendal is next to Semarang. Pare Pare. Banggai is also one of those. I think I also clicked the islands once because this is Banggai Island. I don't know why they named the entire peninsula after it. Goa. Yeah. Sumba is a nice, easy one to learn. Wait, Landak? Yes, that's here. Probolinggo. Here? Yes. That's another one of the non-existent thingies. Banteng. Lamandau is that. Madiun. That one borders the lake, yeah. Wonogiri. Bao Bao. Bao Bao had, I think they restarted it at some point, but they had an idea to use Hangul for their local language. It was like supported by a Korean government agency, which is, I always thought it was kind of shady. Well, not shady, but it's a little bit weird because I think oops, I hit my mic. Hangul is so tailored to Korean. I think they had to do like really weird like diphthong things in Bao Bao to make it work. I thought it was kind of a bad idea. But I mean, Latin is also not very suited to their language probably. But there's some, I think they did it like 10 years ago or something, and they like worked on it for a year or two and then they abandoned it. But there's some signs, like some government signs there, that have Hangul on them. Okay, these three I always need to be careful with. It's this one, yeah. Sukabumi is this. Ah, it's nice when you get the kota and the kabupaten at the same time. Tangamus. I don't know why there's an H in here. Bharat? Maybe that's a local language thing. Now we have Kota Banjar. This is also this is probably like abbreviated on all the signs. So I haven't, for Sumatra I haven't like actually used the practice maps. Kodiak and I believe some others made practice maps for all the kabupaten that you can see in GeoGuessr. Because a lot of the longer named ones just use abbreviations. Like, which one was it? This one was like Kauntan, Singingi or something, but you only see Kuasing in on signs. Or like Ogang Komering Ulu Timur is just Oku Timur in the real world. Solok is funny. I like made a sort of meme map at some point. It was like Solok or Sokol 50/50s. Solok, this city, and Sokol is on dude, why can't I think of names? Sakhalin. On Sakhalin. I thought it was like when I initially made the map, I didn't realize there was Solok and Sokol. I thought it was Solok and Solok. But then I realized, and I was like, shit. Now my whole concept is dead. I just changed the map name and pretended nothing happened, and people kind of rolled with it, so it was fine. Stratford Will had a very long round in Bungo once, so that's how I know it. Kota Baru. It's not a kota. There's a few of those. There's also like Koto Baringin. Like it's, I guess it's a completely unrelated word from kota, meaning city. Sopeng. This is a kota, but it might also be just the name. I don't know. Konawe. is split in two. So you have Konawe Utara, meaning north here, but then north of it is normal Konawe again. This, yes. I need to zoom on Brebes often because I'm like, was it this or this? Bangli is on Bali. That's Bondowoso. And now we have our Baradaya. Upstream Kapuas, normal Kapuas. Sabalunto. Here, right? Yeah. Hey, normal Kapuas. Wait, Batang. Yes. Musirawas is around Lubuk Linggau. Kupang is not the city, but the kabupaten. Klaten is one of the first ones I learned. That's a huge label, so it's not really necessary to learn, but yeah. Klaten and Sragen was like, interesting names, I thought. I might be pronouncing them wrong. I learned yesterday from Kodiak that the C is pronounced as ch and not as ts. So I've been butchering that for a year. Minahasa. Okay, now we've got all the Soloks done. I've just been doing like this. I don't really have like a cool strategy for learning things. I think just like plain memorization is something I'm quite good at. Because like I hear a lot of people using like tricks or something, but I just grind them up and eventually it sticks. That's quite lucky me, I think. It would be funny if I got that one wrong just after. Like, I mean, it's not really bragging, but it's a little bit braggy. Don't worry, I'm bad at other things. Kotawering in Timur was in Emily's no move 25k. Right, Balangan, that's this one then. Yeah. See, I still, for a few, I kind of rely on having green, like already clicked ones around it. And of course in the game you won't get that. So I'm not done yet. I was also thinking of learning like Maluku and Papua just for completeness. It would be totally useless, but Patti. Grobogan is with Purwodadi in it. Most of the Java kabupaten are named after cities. So it's like even if you don't actually learn any kabupaten, it can be nice to just know which ones are on Java, because you can scan for them most of the time. So then when you see it, like, you know where to look, kind of. Cirebon, not Cirebon. It's the big one, yes. I shouldn't rely on things like big or small. because again, that's not something that actually shows up in on the map. Chilagon. Lombok is very easy to learn, in the sense that you don't need to learn it because it's just north, east, west, center. Bekasi, downtown Jakarta. Merangin. Oh, I think it's the one with Bangkok. Yeah. Sangao. It feels a bit scary to click from space. Surakarta. This one is a weird label, like, yeah, it disappears at some levels. Even though it's absolutely huge. But there's some like cities with 150,000 people living in them that don't show up on the map at all. Malinau. Magelang, as my friend Ben once said it. Asahan. Yes. This is also, I think it's this, because this is like Delhi Sardang or something. Semarang. Ooh, I almost clicked the wrong one. Pematang Siantar was in the GeoGuessr video, and he actually found it. What a guy. There we have places here south, which is in the west. Tanah Toraja. This is a cool. They have cool buildings. Siak. Siak was in like the first rainbow tourney that I participated in. They still did the challenge seeding, and we had Siak. And that was like one of like 5 kabupaten that I knew. So I got like 2 kilometers away. While the rest was all over the place. It was very... I was very proud. And it made sure that I would never forget Siak ever again. But in that game I also like angle guessed a random road here. Like near Quilmes. That was crazy. I felt like I was cheating. Alor. Batu. Batu I have less fond memories of because it came up in a daily challenge in one Discord. I don't remember if it was Plunkett or Rainbow or something. And I just couldn't find it. I mean, that's a good way to learn too. Cableman. Sometimes I look at like Rome to Rio to just randomly see like if I can take trains anywhere or something. And one time they had they always have a random background image of a cool place, and they had Kebumen, but it was listed as like Kebumen South Sulawesi. And I looked it up, and Kebumen is like a tiny village somewhere here. I think they picked the wrong one. It looked like this Kebumen, like kind of flat, like rice fields, like, yeah. Simalungun is not the one with... Wait. No, it's this one. I wanted to say it's not Sarolangun, even though Sarolangun is a place there. It'll come up very soon. It's the famous Pinukal Abap Lematang Ilir. We're almost there. Wait, Katingan? Yes. Karanganyar is also someone I get wrong a lot. Or got wrong a lot. But I guess I've kind of learned that it's like east of Yogya, so Simran Kabupaten goes around Salatiga. Lepak. Pemalang. Huh, Sumba wasn't done yet. Yeah, Sarolangun. Right, I kept clicking this one because it is Surulangun. Like, that's probably the same. But, yeah. Can we see actually, is this... Oh no, it's actually listed as Sarolangun. Not sure. Tanatidung is here. And there's do we end with Samosir? Wow. Okay. That's cool. That counts as 423 to me. Like, this was a silly misclick. It wasn't... Yeah. Okay. Done. Bye.